New Yorvik log 2105, 2122. I've done some upgrades to the power systems of the planet. That's going to help us get the defense grid online, as well as some upgraded factories to increase our production on the planet. After our visit by some pirates, the hammerhead took some pretty major damage. Now we're going to have to make the decision whether it's worth repairing the ship or if we're going to scrap it and build something new. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Starmade. Do you like my new little intro? I thought a bit of roleplay would be cool, so yeah, that's something I might do with this series. I thought it were a pretty cool idea. But yeah, upgraded the factories, so these have all got factory enhancers, which meant we needed loads more power. So this is the core, and then right at the other side of this plate on the planet we have as stabilizers. So they're reactors, sorry, not core. They're the stabilizers. I've got my space gun up and running, so that's going to help fight off some unwanted visitors if we have any more. And I'm going to actually build another one over here. I just need to get the resources. Speaking of which, we are running low on resources, particularly 30 keen, and there's one we need to make the gun turrets, the highlight. So yeah, the old hammerhead up there, it is damaged, and it's just not pulling. It's just not pulling enough resources to keep up with the production. So yeah, because we don't have a whole load of resources, I think the plan's gonna be first of all build a new miner design. I also did a bit of redesign on the space truck here. I've got a little bed inside now. Let me show you this real quick. I put a couple of salvage modules back in, not loads, but something to like take samples of planets and stuff. So let me just show you the new design. All I did was add like these little engine pods on the side that I thought made it look kind of cool. And then yeah, the mining modules are back on it. So yeah, that's the space truck. I think it's looking cool. But yeah, so I think that's the first thing on the list today. Unfortunately, we're going to have to decommission the hammerhead. It only lasted 2 episodes before getting shot to bits. But I need a better, more practical miner with some better defences. So yeah, we're gonna have to scrap this and make something a bit more suited. So yeah, that's gonna be the first thing on today's list. Alright, so this is the ship I'm designing. It's got this kind of wireframe thing. I did want to leave a bit of a kind of homage to the hammerhead, so we've got a similar kind of bridge, not quite as long, I don't think, as the other one. But it's a nicer shape anyway. I wish I'd have done that the first time round. Anyway, I was looking online at some designs for what people do for like their the salvage ships, and it seems like this kind of, they call it the salt and pepper shaker. So it's basically just like a big long tube thing. So I'm going to go for something like that. I'm going to try and put my own little twist on it. So here's where all the salvage modules are going to be. There's not really going to be an interior on this ship. There's just not going to be space for it. It's just all going to be systems in the middle. There's going to be a little hangar bay at the bottom, like this tiny little hangar bay that's going to be a mini shuttle, just so we can get to and from planet surfaces and stuff like that. And yeah, some engines on the side. There's going to be an engine at the back too, and the only real interior space is going to be in the hangar. Then there's going to be a lift, then in the kind of, I guess, what would you call this, neck section, there's going to be a bit of an interior with maybe an airlock at the back. And then I do need to figure out a way to actually get to the bridge. where of course there's going to be an interior there too. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that bit to get to the bridge, and maybe we'll have to come up here somewhere and do it that way. But yeah, it's all mostly just going to be systems. There's not going to be an interior, and it's less work that way, I guess. And you know, I want more powerful shields and a more powerful mining array and stuff. I've got some idea for a couple of logic systems that I think will be really cool. But yeah, that's all the wireframe done. I think the next thing I'm going to do is all the systems. Get all the systems in place, and then I'll work on the hull. Well, that's all the systems in place. Like I said, there's not going to be any interior space in this main bit. Just in the core, not the core, sorry, in the reactor, there's just a small, like, 3x3, it's not even 3x3, I think, but just enough space to fit in the elevator that I'm going to put in here, so I thought that was quite funny. We've got a little bit of room at the back here that's I might even connect it up to the bridge, and that can be his way up to the bridge. So yeah, we've got a little room here. Then obviously the bridge itself, which is looking pretty cool. So yeah, that's all the systems in place. We've got some cannons just for defence, but the main thing is this big mining array with some stabilizers in between each of the things, just to make use of all the space we have available. But yeah, what a crazy thing this is. I've got some FTL chambers in the reactor as well, so we have let's see, let's get this up. We have auto charge for the jump drive, and it does charge pretty quickly actually, and that's going to help us in case we get attacked. It's going to help us just get out of places. Salvage computer, and like I said, cannons. And if we switch the firing mode, yeah, it doesn't use too much power, so we're all good for power. So when we're fighting, we've still got half power. Even when we move and fight, we've still got a bit of power. Salvage computer, salvage and thrusters. So yeah, the power's all good. Now on to putting on the hull. Alright, now the hull's on, you can see the kind of overall shape of this thing. Very simple. Like I said, it was just the salt and pepper shaker design. We've got the bridge on top, a couple of engines and cannons on the side, and a hangar underneath. That's basically all there is to it. I've got a little opening here. I mean, it's going to be pitch black in here, so you're not going to be able to see anything, but there's a little bit of space in here, so all the logic circuits that I'm going to hopefully have, or that I intend to have, so there'll be one for like the hangar door. There'll be one or two other things I want to add to this logic circuit-wise. We're going to have a couple of elevators. But yeah, that's the general shape of it. So now it's time to add the armor plating and the details, I think. Alright, and I think I'm at a point where I can call this mostly finished. There's quite a lot going on, so I'll try and cover everything. First thing is this thing at the front, like loads of saw blades for like mining. No, I thought that were a cool little touch. These do spin around. I'll show you all the logic systems. Got some AMS turrets at the front. These aren't the best looking things, but they should get the job done. Some cannons just for defence. We've got some of these two. These just spin round. They're only on one axis, so not amazing. But again, just for a little bit of defence. Seeing as the last ship got chewed to bits. Just some little details on the side. I'm not too good at this greebling stuff. But we've got one or two little details. The engines at the back, looking pretty cool. And yeah, we've got the bridge, of course. I had to beef it up a bit at the back just so we had a bit more interior space so we could get up. Some little details I added here, like these little strut things holding the bridge up. I guess when this thing's in atmosphere of a planet, like the gravity will, you know, make these bits of the bridge weigh down quite a lot. So, you know, these are just to support it when it's in atmosphere. So some little antenna arrays, a little, I don't know, tank of some kind that's just been kind of held on, just for a bit of decoration. And then under here we have the hangar bay with the world's smallest shuttle. But it fits in, only just. But that's where I wanted, just something small that'd fit in. Just a little storage area. And then I guess I can show you around the interior, so let's go into astronaut mode. Alright, so this is the bridge. A couple of computers for cannon modules, and this doesn't really do anything, it's just a decorative thing. But just so it's the same on both sides. We've got some little terminals at the back here. Got a transporter. I'm gonna put one of these on the planet somewhere, just to make things a bit easier. And this is kind of like the computer system, or power for the transporter, I guess. Of course, the captain's seat there, with the flight controls. So we've got our first elevator here. And this comes down into this area here, which is this is like an airlock, so you can get out of the ship here. Just grab some gravity. I'm upside down. That it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to yeah, put us on the floor. Yeah, that's not working properly, but oh well, we'll have to fix that later. But yeah, so we've got this like an airlock system, so this is really cool. So you activate the airlock, it flashes, and then goes out. So it's like a compression chamber, I guess, or a decompression chamber, depending which way you're going. And you can activate this from the outside too. So if the outside door's open and you want to get across, you can activate it from here. There's one on the other side too. So that's cool. We've got a little room here, I guess, so you can activate the what would you call it? Not the core. I always get the core and the reactor mixed up. That's the reactor. And then yeah, another elevator here. So we activate this elevator, we can go down in through like this big core hallway thing. Then we get to the bottom here, and this brings us out into the hangar with the storage module and this thing. And we can open and close the door, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to go back up to the bridge. That's an elevator call button. You can call these elevators when you're at the top or bottom. So we're going to go back up and I'll show you some of the inner ship controls that we've got. Alright, this is the piece de la résistance, if you like. We'll see the yeah, we can turn on the mining drills or saws. I couldn't get them to rotate smoothly, so that's kind of the best we can do. But I think that it's just a cool little feature to add on there, and we can also activate the hangar door from here as well. I guess I can show you the actual logic room that I've got in this ship, because it's pretty crazy. This is... Okay, we'll start here. This is the circuit for the mining saws. So, when this inner ship remote activates, it activates this button, which sends a signal round, and yeah, activates all these buttons, which are all linked to the rotator rails. But this has got an AND signal. So when you hit the inner ship remote, it sends a signal to the button and to the AND signal. So basically, the AND signal will only keep this loop going while the inner ship remote is on. So what happens, you turn the inner ship remote on, it powers the AND signal, it powers the button at the same time, so the button and the inner ship remote activate the AND signal, which sends sends a signal through this delay, back to the button, back to the AND signal, and because this thing's on, it sends the pulse back round again. And then the button, like I say, it's just connected to the rotator rails. That's just a rail speed controller. Okay, this system is for the airlock. So these are connected to the different doors, and basically depending on what state it's in. Yeah, so at the minute the doors are, let's see, so these two doors are open, this one's closed. So what happens is, when we hit this button, this will power this NOT signal, which is connected to this flip-flop. So then the first thing that it does is it closes the two doors that are open, then it sends a signal all the way through these delays, and then this last delay will trigger this flip-flop, so it'll open the door, the one door on the side, the outside door. So when it's in its other state, in fact I can show you that real quick. There you go, signal goes, they're all closed, it goes through there, opens that one door. So then on the other side, when we activate it again, this will close the outside door that's open, and same thing, signal will go through and open these two doors here. At the same time, all these delays are connected to these two flip-flops, which control the red lights. So basically that'll be connected to which door's open. I think it's the outside door that's open now, right? Yeah. So basically this flip-flop is for the two inside doors, the red light on the two inside doors, and this flip-flop is for the red light on the outside door. And every time it goes through these delays, it's going to flash these. And also these are NOT signals. So this NOT signal will be for the outside door, for the green light for the outside door, and this is for the green light for the inside door. So you'll see what happens when we do the thing. The lights flash, and then for the red lights, the one door that's closed, or whichever doors are closed, that'll activate the red lights for those, and whichever doors are open, that'll activate the green light for those. So yeah, that's the circuit. And then this is just the a rail speed controller for the hangar door. This is the hangar door thing itself. Very, very simple circuit, this. You've got a flip-flop and a NOT signal. So when we trigger this, the flip-flop activates this button, which opens the door. Then, so that's that. And then when we do it again, that'll activate this NOT signal, because the flip-flop will turn off, which will activate the closing of the door. And then we've just got an inner ship remote and a NOT signal. So when this turns on, this will send a signal to the button. And when we switch it off again, that NOT signal will also send a signal to the button, making everything work. I hope I explained that correctly. There's quite a lot going on with the logic in there. It's still something I'm learning. I'm playing around, and it's quite fun, actually. So yeah, that's all the logic in the ship, and I should have hopefully fixed my gravity units as well now. But yeah, on to testing. Let's try and find some asteroids. It looks like there's some just over here. Now let's see how this does at eating up this asteroid. Oh yeah, yeah, that's doing some damage. Oh, it's going. Oh, we should probably, seeing as we're mining, turn on our mining saw. I love that so much. It's just a completely pointless and not really a functional feature, but it is cool. Alright. Yeah, it's eating this thing up. So this is going to make mining a hell of a lot easier. Nice. Because I'm a bit of a mad lad, I've decided to create docking for the ship on the planet. I mean, the thing takes up like a good chunk, like about half, no, maybe a third of the planet's surface. Or maybe that's a bit much, but anyway, the reason being is I want to work out this cargo auto pull thing, where you automatically pull cargo from one entity to another. Unfortunately, we have an issue with power because of this. This thing here isn't powerful enough to basically have this ship docked, because when you have a docked entity, it pulls power from wherever it's docked to, basically, which is the planet, and the planet doesn't have enough power, so we're gonna need to build, I think, like I'm thinking over there we're gonna build like a big power station, so we can have this thing docked. And then after I've been out and done a big mining session, under here we're gonna have like a little platform, and hopefully we're gonna be able to pull cargo from this thing onto the planet, and then yeah, I'd like to be able to somehow get my crystals and ores over here to the capsule refinery, which I've had to actually set up some storage for this, because the amount of stuff I'm dumping in there is just yeah, it's taking up too much space with the amount of ores and stuff I'm starting to get now. So yeah, I need to figure that out, but I think that's going to be something for next episode, because I've spent a whole load of time on this. So yeah, next time we're gonna do some planet building, some base building. We did a lot of ship building this episode, so yeah, next episode we'll be focusing more on the planet and getting some proper power going. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like the new ship. If you did, you know which buttons to click, and maybe leave a comment down below. That'd be much appreciated. And I'll see you all in the next episode.